wait in foster homes and orphanages in the Arklamis and around the world.
But their special needs can make it difficult to find adoptive families. In tonight's special report, the night team's Randy Ayala introduces you to a West Monroe family up to the challenge for two terrific little girls.
A family that began thousands and thousands of miles apart.
God told us he wanted us to adopt. So that's when we started the journey.
The journey that would bring two young girls from two totally different worlds to the Phelps family.
I didn't think we were missing anything until we brought Mika Ella home.
Even with 4 biological kids of their own, this Ouachita Parish Sheriff's deputy and his wife still had more love to give, adopting Mika Ella from the Philippines.
She had been abandoned in a small little hotel there in General Santos City.
6-year-old Mika Ella is full of life and laughter, but she's facing a number of hidden challenges. She suffers from bilateral parasylvian syndrome, which causes semi-paralysis in the tongue, jaw, and throat.
She can't speak because she's still having trouble learning to control her tongue. She has a problem gaining weight. She's 6 years old. She's 26 pounds.
Even with their house already full, the Phelps knew their work wasn't done.
I knew before we brought Mika home that God was going to call us to another adoption that was going to be harder.
Meet Isabelle, struggling to overcome blindness, hearing issues, and a newly discovered neurological condition. The Phelps adopted her from an orphanage in China.
Her left eye is missing. She is blind in her right eye. We don't really know how much she's actually hearing. So being blind and not hearing well is a huge, it's a work in progress.
Prior to her adoption, Isabelle spent her entire life laying in her crib, staring at the ceiling until she lost the only sight she had left.
That's where she's been for 5.5 years. They didn't take her out.
Although she's 5.5, she functions like an infant.
Severely malnourished, the caretakers were still bottle feeding Isabelle.
No interaction, neglect, no hugs and kisses. I mean, just a terrible, terrible life.
They pretty much told her that she would never be adopted, that she would die there.
But to the Phelps, it's just another challenge to overcome. The first was financial. The adoption fees for both Mika Ella and Isabelle together cost almost $70,000.
We never paid a penny. People just donated money.
And with the community's help, this family is giving these two sweet children a chance at a better life.
Just to think that our yes has completely changed their world.
But it's changed this family's world too.
She's such a blessing, and what she brings to our house, her giggles, her laughs, her first bath. She sat there and splashed in the water.
Simple pleasures that some take for granted.
There's no reason, no excuse big enough to say no to an orphan.
In West Monroe, Randy Ayala, NBC 10, your local news leader.